Good morning. I'm coming to you live here in Vail Village. It's a cold start to the morning, but don't let that scare you because temperatures are going to be really nice today. Hopefully, you will see a bluebird day. Currently, the skies are white, so we'll see how the day unfolds. But everything's just waking up here. People are starting to flood to wherever they're after this morning. We have a lot of news about Michaela Schifrin today, about events this weekend, your ski report, and so much more. So you're in the right spot. Stay tuned. Vail Valley Live starts right now.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Vail Valley Live. I'm Trisha Swenson, coming to you live from our studios here at the Grand Hyatt Vail. We just saw Meredith Kirkman out in Vail Village. Sounded like almost getting run over by a car, but they're honking their horns this morning. Things are moving for your Thursday morning, the 5th of January. Thank you for joining us this morning. We'll be with you for about the next hour, 7:30 to 8:30 is when we typically go live here Mountain Standard Time, but you can always find us any time of the day on YouTube and Facebook. We always want to remind you to subscribe to Vail Valley Live on YouTube, like our Facebook page, set up the alerts so you know when we're going live because we know how busy it gets. It's you got a busy life, but we're going to try to pack in as much as we can in the next hour so you can know what's going on in the Vail Valley. Whether you're coming here in a few weeks, whether you're here right now, we've got a lot to share with you. Pay attention to the crawl on the bottom of the screen that we have rolling for you. This is what's been groomed in the last 24 hours. When I drove here, I drove in from Edwards, and I could see all the snowcats going down Little Brave, which is a section of Arrowhead that just opened. So pretty cool to see that. But let's get to your weather right now. I'll let you know what's going to happen for today because things are, you know what? We've had a lot of snow. So it's been interesting to see what has been going on. Yesterday, I was out in the field, a little chilly and kind of stayed chilly all day. But today, we're going to see the return of the sunshine. Now, as Meredith mentioned, cool temperatures. It's 9 degrees on Beaver Creek Mountain right now, 8 over at Vail, and on the valley floor here, just a couple degrees warmer. But we could see a high upper 30s, low 40s for Vail today. And then tonight, partly cloudy with a chance of snow showers, about 30%. And then we roll into more snow for your Friday. We have a 90% chance of precipitation, according to the National Weather Service, for Friday. New snow accumulation during the day, maybe 1 to 2 inches possible down in the valley floor, maybe another 1 to 2 overnight. But that could be more up on the mountain. So tomorrow brings in the snow. Temperatures still pretty mild with highs in the 30s. And then for your Saturday, some sun, partly sunny. It'll be a little breezy as well. And here's what OpenSnow.com is calling for as far as snow totals. Yep, for Friday, 2 inches at the Beeve, 3 over at Vail, 2 inches new on Saturday, and for Vail and Beaver Creek. Then looks like we'll see a little break in the weather for Sunday and into Monday. So maybe some more sunshine and then another chance of a midweek storm coming up. But wow, it has been that kind of pattern where we see these storms come through. We've seen less sunshine that we have the last month. But we'll take it. We'll definitely take this. And the snowpack bodes well for our drought situation. We are above average right now. The month of December, I just heard this on the news. We are above average, so that is good news because, of course, we've had a couple of dry years. So this is boding well for that. But let's take it out to Meredith Kirkman, who's standing by in Vail Village, and find out what she sees out there and what it feels like out there this morning. Hey, Meredith. What was that? Was that a car honking at you or was it someone else?
It was it was two cars at each other. They were maybe waking up on the wrong side of the bed this
They're playing
morning.
chicken
And
right there on Bridge Street. You
exactly.
go.
And then I'm trying to dodge the leaf blower too. So it's a little hectic this morning, but everyone's getting ready for a nice day here in the mountains. And it like I said, it is a chilly start when I have my hands out of my gloves. It's a little cold, but pro tip I wanted to share with everyone: if you get in your car and you're turning your defrost on, throw those gloves on the dashboard, and it's
Oh
an
yeah.
automatic mitten warmer. It's just incredible to put them on. I don't feel it anymore, but it was nice to start my
It was
morning off
nice
that
while it
way.
lasted. Okay, nice while it
Yeah.
lasted. Hey, and I can't believe we're going to see the sunshine. I mean, Meredith, we're used to seeing the sun. Colorado typically gets over 300 days of sunshine a year, but we've had so many storms roll in. I don't even have my sunglasses in my car anymore. I'm like, I don't even know where they are. Probably on the floor. But I mean, I haven't needed them in so long. But it looks like we'll need them today. This is going to be a great day to get out there. Maybe do the picnic out in Blue Sky Basin because sunny, warmer, and the grills are open. The gas grills are all ready to go back in Blue Sky.
Yes, that is one of my favorite ways to dine on the mountain. It takes a little bit more prep work, but you can make it as easy as just stopping in the grocery store, get some pre-made, charcuterie packages or any little snack, and you can enjoy it up there. You can maybe even go fully gourmet and bring a salmon. I've seen grilled salmon up there. I've seen steaks. So it's always fun to enjoy the sunshine, soak in those beautiful 360-degree views up at Bell's Camp, and enjoy some of the company. But you will want to start it a little bit earlier just because Blue Sky does close early. It's
Yes.
the lifts that close the earliest out of them all. So just beware you're not going to be able to lap that area late into the afternoon.
Yeah, you know what? I took my cousin and his son there during the Christmas holiday, and we were getting kind of a late start because we had to figure out all the epic passes and stuff. And I said, well, if we're gonna go to Blue Sky Basin, we got to go right now because Pete's Lift closes at 2:15, and then the other ones follow suit. Teacup gets you out of there, so they're open the latest, and then the back bowls close at 3, and then the front side at 3:30. And we're gonna keep this schedule till about early March, and then they'll open the front side till 4, and then everything else will be planned accordingly. But speaking of skiing and getting out there, I hear you have some news to share with us.
I do. If you are a viewer that's been following along, you know that I have been recovering from an ACL tear back last season, toward the end of the season. And I've been recovering and doing PT. And I just got green light to go back to skiing. So I have a return to ski program. So, woo! It's a good
Woohoo!
day here. It's a good week, and my spirits are high. I can't. It's a little bit of skiing, but hey, I will take it
Yeah.
just to get back out in that fresh air, get the legs under me, and slowly progress back to where I was last season.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And I know you've worked so hard and physical therapy, it is. It's tough work. You got to put in the time. I know you've done it. And wow, we should almost follow your little routine here just to build up our leg muscles. Looks like you're
Oh,
doing
definitely.
yeah,
Yeah,
awesome.
I've really realized that these are just kind of the exercises you want to be doing whether you're recovering from an injury or not.
Yeah.
It's just some of that cross training to protect your legs and make sure that you are in the best of shape, because skiing is, a pretty epic sport, and
Yeah.
and you're putting yourself on an incline with, either sharp edges or smooth skis, and you're battling speed, and you have people around you, so there is a lot going on. It's an awesome sport, but to make sure you're keeping yourself in the best of shape is important. And I realized, I was like, oh man, this would be hard for anyone.
Yeah.
So that kind of gave me a lot of confidence, knowing that I'm to the point where I'm doing single leg hops and leaps and bounds forward with weights. So it's a really exciting week. So the doctor said twice a week for an hour, greens only, and 50% of the speed. So
Okay.
we'll slowly progress, and I'm guessing by mid March I'll be feeling
Okay.
good. I'll be
Okay.
skiing blues, and rocking and rolling.
Well, you've been a very good patient, and you've been patient as well. So you're a patient patient, if that makes sense. But great to hear. And you know what? Just as a reminder out there, yeah, skiing is a very dynamic sport, and it's not just going into the gym and doing some wall sits and some leg lifts and everything. It's a lot of balance. So that's why cross training is very important. And those hops that you were doing and balancing, that gets all those little micro muscles ready and in tune with the motions that we feel out there. And then Heather and I were talking about this the other day, just stretching after you're on the slopes. So come in from the slopes, stretch a little bit, maybe and involve yourself in a yoga class at one of the area gyms in the afternoon, the evening. It's just kind of a great way to, thank your body, give your body a little pat on the back for doing a good job that day, and prevent injury, because that's a big thing, is injury prevention can really alleviate all things that Meredith has been through the last, 8 months?
Yep, 8 months. And, this is also my third ACL tear. So
Ah,
tearing another one is just not an option. So
yeah.
the way around that is for me to just focus in on these exercises and not stop and continue trying to take it to the next level. Even Michaela Schifrin gave me that advice when I saw her last year in the
Yeah.
spring. She's like, cross train, do that weight training. So
Yeah,
I'll take it
exactly.
from Michaela Schifrin.
Well, and I was going to say, a lot of the docs and the PTs that are training us regular people work with these Uber athletes and these, worldwide athletes like Michaela. Speaking of Michaela, we got word that the races over in Croatia, they're not happening today. So due to some winds and some weather-related issues, they're not going to happen. So she won't be tying the record potentially today, just due to this. And we've got it all in the Vail Daily about what's going on with this record, and maybe breaking a record and surpassing Ingemar Stenmark's record of 86 World Cup wins. So it's going to be interesting to see how this early part of the ski racing season goes, and everyone's following along to see if Michaela's going to make it, but not today. Not today, I guess, because the
That is a
races are
good update for
canceled.
everyone because, we don't want to encourage people to go watch a race that's not happening. But
Yeah.
we're super proud that she won yesterday in the slalom. She is the snow queen. I think they have that title as. And I thought it was really cool that I actually saw Lindsey Vonn post yesterday, and she
Yeah.
was kind of showing off her trophy case, and then she did a little ode to how she's excited about next generation, including Michaela Schifrin. So she definitely knows that Michaela's creeping up to her record, and I love to see the support and positivity on social media.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? I think, records are made to be broken. And, and like Lindsay said, Pico Street inspired her. And she was like, okay, I wonder who's going to be inspired by this. What's the next generation going to be able to produce after seeing this piece of history? So yeah, good stuff all around. So awesome. Okay, well we're gonna get to Michaela in the Vail Daily headlines. So let's take a break. Meredith, we'll let you run around, watch for the honking horns and the cars and the leaf blowers out there. Little wild out there on Bridge Street this morning. People getting stuff done, getting jobs done this morning. But okay, we'll be back with the Vail Daily headlines, your road report, and more. Stay with us.
We're for the fashion forward and budget minded. We've got the brands that set you apart, the style to make you stand out, the looks that let you shine. We are for the dreamers, the doers, and the savers. Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevate your savings. Save up to 70% on the best designer brands. Visit outletsatsilverthorne.com for current sales and events.
Hi, my name is Carrie Mae Wack, and I'm with the Eagle Valley Library District, and today I'm at our Eagle branch featuring our Spark Studio. So this is our maker space lab, or the place where you can come try new technology. We have software, hardware, pretty much anything that you can use to make and create. We have some sort of version in our maker space. Thanks for checking out the Spark Studio with me today. Make sure to come back to the Eagle Public Library and check it out for yourself.
Well, we are back with Vail Valley Live. Thanks for joining us. Time for your Vail Daily headlines for Thursday, the 5th of January. And here's what's on the cover. It's Michaela Fever here. The Edwards skier is having a great 2023, a whole great season at that. And on the cover, Michaela Shiffrin rips past a pole during Wednesday's World Cup slalom in Zagreb, Croatia. Shiffrin earned her 5th straight win to put her one win away from tying Lindsey Vohn's career mark of 82 wins in World Cup ski racing. And that leads us to our headline for today. Michaela can't be beat. Shiffrin runs her World Cup win streak to 5 with a brilliant slalom in Croatia. So check that out. It's in sports on page A18. Also in today's news, heavy stuff. Avalanche danger casts a deadly shadow across Colorado backcountry already this early in the season. More on page A2. And in Town of Vail news, the Vail Council upholds Evergreen Lodge approval. Vail International's appeal centered on projects, look, and impacts. Find out more about this discussion and what could be happening where the Evergreen Lodge stands now on page A3. And early season snowpack is the best since 2011. So Vail Mountain is 134% of the 30-year median. Copper Mountain, 112% of the median. And Fremont Pass, just east of Copper Mountain, 94% of the median. And that is according to the Eagle River Watershed, Water and Sanitation District. So learn more about this and what it means. Not only now, it's great to have all this powder, but it really bodes well in the spring with the runoff and the river flows that we're going to see once everything melts. And then Ski Cooper, a little ski area just south of here, is now fully open. The Tennessee Creek Basin opens for the season to deep powder conditions. So if you're looking for kind of that old family feel, small ski resort type of operation, check out Ski Cooper. And then also in the arts and entertainment section, we've got the Mountain Film Tour fills the Valar with the adventure-packed action. So we have 8 different films, and this is tonight. The Vail Symposium and the Valar Performing Arts Center have teamed together to bring together these 8 short films. So really, if you are someone that fancies film, you're a photographer, filmmaker yourself, or you just want to see some cool imagery, head on over to the Valar tonight. Really affordable, $15 for general admission tickets tonight for Mountain Film. And all that can be found in today's Vail Daily. So grab your copy in newspaper dispensers from East Vail all the way down to Gypsum, or it's right at your fingertips. VailDaily.com will give you these stories and a whole lot more. It's also good to sign up for the entertainment newsletters, maybe the sports newsletters, the newsletters giving you the top news of the day and breaking news alerts, which is good, especially if we see a storm come through, if you want to keep track of the roads, because I-70 seems to close more often than not. So that's a good way to check it out. But speaking of the roads, let's look at the road report right now. I drove in from Edwards this morning on I-70, and things were very dry and looking good. The roundabouts, the side streets, 4-way stops, 3-way stops, Those are all still a bit icy. But going up from Vail to Vail Pass, we're looking at slushy and wetting areas and a few dry spots as well. And then going down Vail Pass, down to Frisco, same type of thing, slushy and wetting areas and dry. Otherwise, we're seeing some icy spots on the way to Eisenhower Tunnel, and then still on your way probably to about Idaho Springs is ready to go. So that's just a quick look at what to expect with the roads. I think today with a lot of the sunshine, you're going to see a lot of splashback and a lot of windshield wiper fluid being used. So it's always a good idea to buy an extra when you're at the gas station next time, even the grocery store, and then just put it in the car. Because when you need it and it's at home, it doesn't do you any good. So buy an extra case, a little bottle of that. Put it in your car, so you're going to be ready to go today and the rest of the week. And buy it for another family member too, because you know they're going to need it also. But hey, a few things to do if you're looking to improve your skills. And we were just talking to Meredith about being cleared for skiing, but it's good to learn the proper techniques in skiing because it not only will improve your skiing, it'll help you prevent injury. You won't be as tired out on the hill. And we were buddy Mike Freeberg giving us some tips. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Michael Friedberg. I'm a former U.S. ski team athlete and former program director at Ski and Snowboard Club Vail. I've done a lot of coaching and even more skiing over the years, and I'm excited to share some of my knowledge with you guys. The only way to truly improve your skiing is to break it down into its component parts. If you've read Malcolm Gladwell's book Outliers, what I'm talking about is deep practice. That's what we're going to be doing here, breaking down skiing into its component parts and helping you get to the next level. I'm going to introduce you to my favorite progression of drills. Drills are super important and I like to do them every morning. I did them as an athlete and I do them with all the athletes that I work with. What it does is it brings your focus to your skis. All of these drills can be done as a progression in one run, and from there you'll be ready to rip. The first drill we're going to do today is a bit of a central nervous system warm-up. It's called 1,000 steps. What we're gonna do is get into an athletic position and run our way through the turn. It's gonna be goofy and it's gonna kind of throw what you know about skiing out the window, break up your established movement patterns, and get you ready to progress in the sport. We're gonna make a nice, big traverse across the hill. And we're gonna focus on an athletic position. And by that, I mean knees over toes, lots of pressure in the front of the boots, stacking our hips over ankles, shoulders over hips, arms extended in front of our body, keeping in mind that we want our elbow well in front of our body pillar. We're not really going to worry about pole planting for this drill, but we are going to get a nice flex in the boot. And what we're going to do is simply run through the turn. And what that's going to do is it's going to break up those existing movement patterns and help you get into a mindset to progress. We're gonna move on to edging. And edging is tipping the ski on edge by moving your knees to the inside of the turn. And when you do this, you're gonna wanna have a lead change. So I'm sure at some point in your ski career, you've heard someone talk about having weight on a downhill ski. By having weight on a downhill ski, it's gonna cause that leg to fall behind your other one, creating something we call lead change. And the reason that's important is when you push your knees to the inside of the turn, if you have lead change, your hips will fall over that downhill ski, producing good power into the snow. If they're not, and you push your knees to the inside of the turn, this hip escapes, creating a weak banked position. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna slide and edge. Slide, edge. So I want you to feel what it's like to tip that ski on edge and really get purchase into the hill with that downhill ski. The third drill is called crab drill. If you've ever seen a crab move on dry land, it moves side to side, not front and back. So we're gonna take that tipping and angulation drill that we just did, and we're gonna bring it down the hill. So we're gonna start in a wedge, but don't think snowplow where you're pushing your foot away from you. Think about tipping the ski on edge, which is gonna allow you to create a ton of pressure in the front of the boot, giving you great angle in your ankle and your knee. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna tip to the inside. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna really load up the ski, which is gonna make us move across like a crab. Focus on having 4 points, 2 on your hips, 2 on your shoulders, and your vision facing down the hill. Don't lose that stacked body position. Take your arms with you. All right, this next drill is all about transitions. How do you get from one downhill ski to the next? It's through the process of transition. And that's one of the many things that separates intermediate from expert skiers. So I'm gonna use this traverse to go through my mental checklist, think about my stacked body position. Right here, I'm gonna plant my pole lightly and pick up my downhill ski, forcing my weight onto the new ski. And I'm gonna think about pressuring the ski from the tip through this part of the turn and achieving speed control early, not late. Once I finish the turn, I'll put my weight equally back on both skis through this traverse where I'm gonna recheck my body position. Same thing, plant, pick up, weight the tip of the new ski, and all the way back in traverse. Plant, pick up, weight the new ski, and all the way back into traverse. All right, on to the javelin turn. This is the last drill in my progression, and it's my favorite. It brings together components of every drill we've done this far. So, as always, we're gonna focus on that stacked body position. We're gonna combine the squareness of the crab drill with the transitions that we worked on in a transition drill. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna transfer weight, much like the transition drill, so that we're getting early pressure on a downhill ski, and we're gonna take the uphill ski and point it down the hill, which is gonna bring my hip and shoulder and vision into the fall line, much the way that we did in the crab. It's a bit of a complicated one, but stick with it. I promise it's worth it. It'll take your skiing to the next level.
Thanks for checking out my drill progression. Give them a shot. Spend some time breaking down your skiing, and I promise you will see progression. If you have any questions, feedback, or ideas about what you'd like to see next, please leave them in the comments.
Oh, we are back. Nice to see those drills out there on the hills. So if you are more of a beginner or even intermediate, even advanced, even the pros have a coach. So it's good to maybe work on some of the skills so you can enjoy the sport more. And if you're scared, if you're scared of going faster, that kind of thing, ski school can definitely help you out. But let's take it outside to Meredith and see what she's found in Vail Village. Oh, you found a coffee shop. Where are you?
It's kind of a chilly morning today, so I thought I
Yes.
would pop in, and I stopped into Loaded Joe's, which is right outside of the transportation center, so very convenient. If you can remember, it was the old Starbucks and local takeover. So it is a coffee shop and a bar at night, which is some of my favorite places. So you can be, you have choices at different parts of the day. And I wanted to bring highlight to a breakfast sandwich that is so good. Have you had their breakfast sandwiches?
No, I haven't. I've just had some chai tea there.
They're fantastic. Really nicely priced. They're about $8 or $9. And so it's a script on a brioche roll.
Oh,
And you can get a couple different flavors. You can do egg and Swiss, pepper jack, bacon and Swiss, ham and cheddar, avocado and cheddar. Or what I got is the tomato, provolone, and balsamic.
oh
And so
my.
it looks like this. I know. I mean, this was like my favorite little snack breakfast before skiing. And it's on the way to the hill. So
Oh, yeah.
I would highly suggest this. It's great. And then, like I said, they serve drinks at the nighttime too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, and you know what? So before before it was Starbucks, it was actually called the Palazzo, Meredith. and that was so Austria House, where it's located, was managed by the Sonnenalp and everything. And so the Sonnenalp has the Bully Ranch with all the mudslide drinks. I call them the adult milkshake. It's like Bailey's, Kahlua, vodka, a whole bunch of ice in a blender, and you put a straw on it. It's so thick. It's like a chocolate milkshake. And so the Platzel was like kind of a mini offshoot of Sonnenalp. And they would bring over the big industrial style blenders. And so you could get your mudslide right there on Bridge Street. And when it was really cold, and my friends and I didn't want to walk all the way up Bridge Street, we'd be like, let's just go to the Platzel because it's the closest bar to that you don't have to walk very far. So that's it was a great little, and it was all woodworking. It was wood carvings. It was a beautiful, beautiful place at one point.
Oh, that is awesome. I had no clue what was before Starbucks, because Starbucks was here for a while. My brother worked there for years, literally
Yes.
years. But I'm seeing signs, and this is pretty cool. So there's a mug club here. And if you buy a mug from them, you get one free beer a day throughout the entire winter. And that's $99. So probably an expensive mug, but hey, it comes with free beer every day.
Oh yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And then every beer we got 7 p.m. to close, $3.75.
Wait,
Yeah, I'm reading
$3,
that right.
$3.75. That is a good
Yes,
deal. Okay.
I know. I mean, us locals are always trying to find the deals because you can ball out here in a lot of different places, and we
Yeah.
love those occasions. But when you're here often and you're just kind of looking to have a drink after the slopes and just relax, finding some of the deals is nice. And three bucks, almost $4 for a beer. So that's pretty good.
Yeah. No, that's really good. Okay. Oh, that's really good. Well,
Okay, well, I'll leave you with a taste test.
okay. Yes, we're gonna take a look at that, and we'll let her come on out. Oh my gosh, that sandwich looks delicious. And that's the thing. Where you're walking up Bridge Street, Loaded Joe's is right there. If you go up the next block, basically, Joe's Famous Deli. Not the same Joe. These are two different people. And then also Gorsuch Cafe has some snacks. So you can kind of get some snacks on your way up to the gondola. And then 8:30 is when we open. You can stand in line, you can eat, you can have your coffee, and you can still do that while you're on the gondola because I like riding the gondolas. You can kind of take off your gloves, you can get yourself situated, put the helmet on, be all ready to go once you hit Mid-Vail. And then you're fueled up for a while. Now, if you do want to eat when you're up on the mountain, right off of Mid-Vail, we do have the Mid-Vail restaurants. So Lukma Cafeteria, the Terrace, and outside eating as well. Today might be a great day to eat outside. We also have the 10th, which is a sit-down restaurant. Reservations usually pretty required for that. You can sometimes sit in the bar, although it's just kind of a wait and see kind of thing. And then if you go up Tier 4, Buffalo's, that's at Patrol Headquarters. That would be another good stop. And these places do serve breakfast too. Not the 10th really, but if you want to roll into Mid-Vail or Buffalo's, they're going to probably have something similar to what Meredith got. And then if you want to bring your own picnic out there, we do have Henry's Hut and the Dogtown Deck, which is across from Buffalo's. And then we also have the Hawk's Nest Deck right overlooking the back bowls. And they do have some grills there too. In fact, in the springtime, those are just kind of a revolving door of people coming in, grilling, leaving. Some people stay all day. For some people, it's more about the grilling than it is about the skiing. So that's kind of cool. But is Meredith ready again? We're going to bring her back in? Oh, she needs it's just she need to finish her bites. Okay, now she's ready. Okay, we thought we'd give you a few bites, and then you can come back and everything. But
It is
oh
so tasty.
I bet it is with that tomato on there. Oh, that's good. That's good. You're freezing a little bit in the building. I wonder if the signal. Should we ever move outside, or should we go to a? Okay. We're gonna let Meredith enjoy a little more of her sandwich and everything. A couple fun things going on. Should we talk about the 12th night? Okay, so I'm talking to Anthony and I'm talking to Leah over there. They're our producers today. So down in Eagle, if you're wondering what do I do with our Christmas tree, a lot of places will do free curbside pickup, or maybe there's a cost associated with it. So check with your garbage provider, check with your town. I think Vail and Avon had some special things that were going on. But if you live down Valley, or if you feel like driving down Valley with your tree in the car, head over to their bull pasture. This is the 12th night celebration. And what's cool about this is it is kind of just it's an annual tradition that's been going on for over 50 years. And it's a new location. That's Bull Pasture Park, which is the corner of 7th and Wall Street. So just so you get the frame of reference of where this is going to be. In the past, it's been like right in the town of Eagle. So bring your clean Christmas tree. It's got to have all the ornaments off, no lights, no tinsel. And then you bring it to the Bull Pasture Park, and then they're going to be lighting them up. They'll have the fire department there. Don't worry, it won't get out of control. And there's so much snow down there, it really won't matter. In fact, that fire melts the snow around this area. But that is going on tonight. So it should be something really cool, really special. And if you've never done this before, it's kind of a neat thing to check out. So that is going to be this evening. And so I think it's like at 6 o'clock. And so you've been able to drop off your tree like all this time between now and right yesterday. And so it's going to give a time, but I'm guessing it's going to be in the evening. I'd say get there by like 5:30, 6 o'clock. They'll probably be burning it up at that point. And bring some holiday cheer, get your neighbors, get your kids. It is a spectacle. I don't know if we have the photos, but the flames get pretty high. Definitely. So that's what's really cool about this is you do have the fire department there just in case anything goes wrong. But it's always been pretty benign. So something cool to check out. Also, something else cool to check out tonight. We do have that Mountain Film Festival going on. We've got, the full moon is coming. So with the clear skies tonight, it's not quite full, but it might be a nice night to take a night snowshoe or a night skinning rules. The uphilling only can happen after the mountain closes, a half hour after the mountain closes. And then if you're doing it in the morning, you've got to be off the mountain 15 minutes before the area where you're going when they open. So let's say they open at 8:30, you got to be down and off by 8:15. So just think about that. And speaking of a kind of a snowshoe experience, they're doing lunar experiences on snowshoes, and that is going on with Walking Mountains. So they're going to do that this Friday. And then they're doing something new. They're doing things with the new moon. So in about 2 weeks, they'll do something with a new moon, and then they'll do another full moon in February, another new moon in February, and so on. And so it's kind of just a neat way to see what it looks like when the moon is bright and what it looks like when you could just see a ton of stars, especially with that absence of that moon. But another cool thing to do on Thursdays, it's Thursday Night Lights. So here's more. Hey, Vail Valley Live. We're getting ready to do Thursday Night Lights up at Beaver Creek. I have my friends, Remy. Say hi.
Hi.
I got Charlton.
Hi.
I got Elliot.
Hi.
And we're going to get up and get ready to do the glowworm ski down. What do you know about the glowworm ski down?
You go up the gondola, get glow sticks, and then you ski down and there's fireworks out there.
What makes you want to do this?
I want to do it because I get to keep the glow sticks. I would like skiing down another time just at night because I've never done it, and also for the glow sticks. The gondolas are starting!
Okay, we got 5. Trisha, you do it.
We're aliens!
What are you thinking, Remy?
I don't know. I'm very nervous. I've never done this before or skied in the dark.
Okay, Elliot, what are you thinking?
I'm excited.
Okay. How are you, Charles?
I'm like in the middle of both of them. I'm excited and nervous, but I'm nervous because this is like my first time skiing in the park.
Okay. But I think you guys have the skills.
Yes. It looks so different when it's dark. I've never seen it like this.
All right, Mike. Glowworm is en route. Glowworm is moving.
Were you guys scared at all?
No, not really. Well, at first I was scared, but I'm not scared anymore. It was really fun.
Would you do it again?
Yes.
Would you do it again?
Definitely.
Would
Yes.
you do it again? All right. They're all in. What do you love about Beaver Creek?
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery stands for providing the highest quality care to our unique patient population here in the mountains.
I think that what makes us unique is that we really are practicing groundbreaking techniques, yet, we practice it in a small town environment. Our patients are our neighbors and our kids go to school with their kids.
I think every one of our docs treat their patients like their family. Our goal is to keep you active, doing the things you want to do, and we'll map out a road to success to get you there.
Hi, I'm Carrie. Welcome to Nap Harvest and the beautiful bounty of Nap Harvest. We have here a lot of local produce, organic, from hardworking farmers up and down the valley. So look at all the different apples. We work with all sorts of different apples. If you haven't ever done an apple tasting, it's a great idea. Please come here for the freshest produce possible. We have recipe ideas. We have fresh Nap Ranch mushrooms to put in your stuffing or whatever you'd like to create. Come see us. You can get everything from your fresh flowers on the table all the way to desserts. So Nap Harvest is located in Eagle Ranch on Sylvan Lake Road, right next to Color Coffee. We're open 7 days a week. Come see us for all your gift and stocking stuffer needs. We have lots and lots of gifts as well.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Grand Hyatt Vail, Hyatt's newest luxury resort in Vail.
Welcome back to Vail Valley Live. We're here at the Grand Hyatt Vail. This is where our studio is located. Meredith is roaming around Vail Village, but this is a great place to come and stay if you're coming for a long weekend or maybe you've got spring break coming up, because Chair 20, which is the Cascade lift. That's right next door. So really no line usually. It's an awesome place to be. So you can check it out. But let's give you a look at what the weather's going to look like today. Finally, sunny, mostly sunny is what the National Weather Service is calling for right now. Outside, I can see out the window. We still have a few clouds out there. And currently we're looking at single digits or low teens, depending on where you're at on the mountain, valley floor. But we're going to rapidly increase that number up to about 40 degrees today. Mostly sunny with a high near 39, 40, kind of depending on where you're at. And a little bit of wind, but not too bad. Becoming maybe about 10 miles per hour from the west this afternoon. And then tonight, we start to see a 30% chance of showers. And then tomorrow, 90% chance of snow showers. Maybe accumulation of 1 to 2 inches tomorrow and tomorrow night. So maybe two to three on the mountains. And then we're going to see Saturday or tomorrow more snow, and then Saturday some clouds and some winds picking up, but the temperature's still feeling pretty good. Sunday, another sunny day and a high around 40 degrees. Now our overnight lows will be dropping on Saturday and Sunday in the single digits. But tomorrow evening, it'll just stay around the 20s because of that blanket of cloud cover. Tends to keep things warm, a little insulating layer. And then by midweek, we'll have another chance of showers. We're looking good out there in the mountains, though, everybody. We have a ton of snow on both mountains for this time period. So that's great news. And we're expecting more. Open Snow was calling for maybe 2 for Friday on Beaver Creek, 3 for Vail, and then another 2 on both resorts Saturday and Sunday. And then by next Wednesday, Thursday, maybe another 5 inches at both resorts. So it's just super cool looking at how the season is shaping up. We pretty much have all the lifts open over at Beaver Creek, and over at Vail, we're just waiting on one. We have the surface lifts like Wapiti and the Palma lift over by Chair 2. So we're just waiting for Down Express. That's in the Sundown Bowl. Sup is open. That's not what we're waiting on. High Noon is open, but they are still building the lift, and then we'll get all the terrain open. 92% of the trails are open over at Vail. That means 254 out of 275. So I think really once we get like Ricky's Ridge and all those open, we'll be pretty much right at 100%. But you can't even tackle Vail Mountain in one day. In fact, there was an instructor that tried skiing every named run on Vail Mountain before Blue Sky Basin and after Blue Sky Basin. And it takes like 7 to 8 days to do it all. Started at 8:30, taking a break for lunch, going all the way till the closing bell. That's how big the mountain is. But 8:30, we're just a couple minutes away from the opening. The crawl on the bottom of the screen is going to give you an idea of what's been groomed in the last 24 hours. And today, what a nice groomer day, even a nice deck day to kind of hang out on some of our great decks on both mountains, maybe even bring a picnic out there to enjoy. But let's see if we can bring in Meredith and find out where she's off to, see if she's finished the sandwich from Lodo's. It was a pretty big sandwich. So we'll see if we can get to her and find out what's going on. And we could talk about some of the things that are happening. We've got a lot of things going on. And Meredith, we gotta talk about Michaela Schifrin again. So we mentioned at the beginning of the show, if you're just joining us, that the races today in Zagreb, Croatia are canceled just due to some weather-related issues. So today won't be the day that she ties Lindsey Vohn's record for 82 wins. But we're getting close. This is pretty amazing.
It is amazing. It's 5 consecutive wins for her, which is just outstanding for any athlete to do. And she has 5, she's 5 away from winning even the world record, which was set. Remind me his name.
Ingemar Stenmark from Sweden. So
yes, that's right.
That held for a very long time, and Lindsey Vonn was on track. Like she really wanted to, of course, tie that record, surpass that record. But Lindsey Vonn just, that saying, when to hold them and when to fold them, and her injuries, it just got to a point where she's like, you know what, I need to save my body. And she said in her recent post that she feels so fortunate to be able to ski even after all the surgeries, all the injuries. She skis now for fun. I know that she went on a European ski vacation, and of course Europe for her was always racing training. And she's like, I saw her on the Jennifer Hudson show, and she's like, yeah, there's this thing called après ski. And, and in Europe, they do it up on the mountain, and you still got to ski down. But she was like, wow, like, okay, I really like après ski. So,
Yeah, over in Europe, they do it right. We say we do a pretty good job here in Vail, but I've seen videos of the après over in Europe, and it looks like a crazy party on the mountains.
oh,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
on the bucket list for sure. But we're pretty satisfied here in our town. But as for people who don't know, Michaela Schifrin was born and raised here. She has a house down in Edwards, and she quickly around high school started to not be here full time, and she was on the
Yeah.
full circuit
Burke Mountain
throughout the world.
Academy. Yeah, she went to
Exactly,
her ski training over on the East Coast, learned how to ski the ice. Well, and it is quite the party.
Oh yeah, you should repeat yourself because you were muted for a second. What were you saying?
Okay, yeah. So here's the night racing, which is so cool to see. They get a huge crowd out there. This is Zagreb, Croatia. Look at she's in the lead. You can see those numbers on the side. So she's doing well. And it's difficult to do these technical races. We host more of the speed races, the downhill, the Super G, less gates, higher speed. But to perfectly complete course like that is pretty amazing. So and it was so cool to see. Look at she's got the queen.
Snow Queen.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. And to have her and Paula Molson, her teammate, first, second last week, like that's really big for the U.S. ski team. Kind of reminds me of Bodie Miller, Darren Ralphs, Bodie Miller, when they were going back and forth on the Birds of Prey in the mid 2000s.
Yeah, it is huge for the USA, and we always know that Michaela Schifrin loves to support her teammates and even her competitors. And so she's just feeling the joy. All of the photos on the podium or after she wins the race, she's just exuberating joy. And I think that this is just such a great way to end 2022, to launch the new year, because she had a tough time, at the Olympics, but that doesn't mean that she's not going to come back with vengeance. And this is proof that she is the best skier in the world for females. So
I know.
We are so proud of her for being, hometown pride, and we'll keep you guys informed when she does win, because it's just going to be fantastic news for our country, for our hometown, and of course for Michaela.
Well, and that, it inspires the next generation too. And people are like, wow, if Michaela can do it, maybe I can do it. I mean, Michaela's worked very hard. This does not come easy to anyone. And she is such a student of the sport and everything. But yeah, super cool. And Meredith, it's hard to believe that, about a year ago, well, a little less, we had the Olympics and we all saw her on the side, with her head in her hands. And what a different day, and all those comments and how mean people were. And it's like, hey, she just had a bad day. She's like, hi, pretty much she's like best in the world right now, fastest in the world. So yeah, for all you commenters.
And of course she's dating the best guy, like one of the fastest guy skiers in the world. So they are just an epic
the super ski couple. Yeah, totally. Hey, Meredith, we have some chat. We have Dave Hale saying good for Meredith getting back on the slopes. Carla or Ciara, she's given like 6 hearts. So yes, so people are not only glad Michaela's winning, they're glad you're getting better. It's always good to see someone recover. You need a setback to have a comeback, and so we got that. So thanks,
that is
Dale.
the theme for Michaela,
Dave Hale.
For Lindsay, that's the theme for me. It's we look up to these skiers.
Yeah. Yeah, totally, totally. Hey, a few other things going on. We want to let you know what's happening later this month. So, Avon Fireworks, we just showed the Thursday night lights, and Leah asked me, hey, wow, they have fireworks after that thing? And I said, yes, every Thursday. That's why Meredith calls them the overachievers, because they do fireworks every week, not just the 4th of July, not just New Year's. But now, Avon on January 14th, this will be over MLK weekend. We are going to have the fireworks there. And this is because we weren't able to have fireworks in the summer, right at the 4th of July, just due to a higher fire danger. So we're going to have free hot cocoa, free peppermint schnapps for the adults, and limited quantities while this lasts. So get there at 5:30. Fireworks will start around 6. And this is going to be quite the show. This will be a longer show than what you see Thursdays at Beaver Creek, just because it is probably the entire collection of fireworks that they were not able to cast off in July. So this should be fun.
Yeah. It's going to be such a great time, especially in the winter, because it feels like you can just cozy up and you have some entertainment in the evening.
Yeah.
And the town of Avon always has put on an incredible fireworks show.
Yeah.
Back to my early memories, they had some incredible fireworks shows. So high hopes for this show. Maybe even, I remember shows being like 15 minutes long.
Oh, yeah.
In Avon.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Like, I think this will last a while. So look forward to that. And that'll be with Skin on January 14th. So right in the middle of the MLK weekend is when this will be happening. So it's super cool. And then, hey, another thing that's coming back. So Beaver Creek is bringing back music to its on-mountain restaurants. And Talons, which is at the base of where the Birds of Prey races were, tiers 9, 10, and 11 kind of form that shape of a talon of a bird. And that's where the Talons Challenge happens. All those bump runs out there. They're bringing in a band on Saturday. And it'll be Littlefoot, not Little Feet. We're not bringing in that band, but a Littlefoot. And this is 11 a.m. to 2:30. So you can go, you could maybe listen to some music, have some lunch, go back up, or maybe have a late lunch and then have that be your last thing you do, and then take dally on the way down at the end of the day, have a beer. So I'm glad they're bringing the music back, because Meredith, I love it. I love when you can, I love opera, but when you can have music during the day, it just makes it better. On a nice sunny deck too.
Oh, I agree. And you don't have to go off the mountain. Like, maybe this is the perfect time just to rest those legs, because if you are skiing those runs over near Talons, they're challenging. They're steep, they're mogully, and I remember when I was trying to train for the Talons Challenge, I was like, ooh, I need a break. So what a perfect time, like right on the mountain, to enjoy some music on, a little 15-minute break, and then head back up on the slopes, take a few more laps. It's really unique.
Yeah.
We're used to hearing music down here in the villages. On the mountain, that is something not to miss.
Yeah, so this will be a DJ set, so fun, high energy music. Sometimes they'll bring in bands, and I really hope they bring back the music to Arrowhead, because they used to do that on Sundays.
Oh yeah,
and
that's a good time.
That was fun. Mamie's, which is the top of Batcher Gulch. They would sometimes bring a singer out to that deck, which overlooks McCoy Park. So I'm hoping that this is a sign of good things to come. We had a couple of years of COVID where we didn't quite have everything fully operating, and all the entertainment options weren't quite there. But this is happening. So we're looking forward to this. I'm glad we've got that. So just put that in your calendar. Talon's deck, or it'll probably be on the deck. That's what I'm guessing. 11 a.m. to 2:30 this Saturday. So we've got that going on.
My PT did warn me. He's like, you shouldn't go on the weekend, because there's going to be a lot of people, and he's trying to limit the variables.
Okay.
So I probably won't ski this weekend, but when Monday rolls around, it should be a bit quieter, and I probably will head up to Bachelor Gulch or Beaver Creek, McCoy Park, because there's a lot of green beginner runs, and normally not tons of people. So that's kind of what I'm thinking.
That's a good plan. Okay, Meredith. Hey, let's take a break, and then why don't you roll up to the gondola, see what we have for a line this morning, okay? Okay, we'll be right back.
In the extraordinary, we're free to discover more together. Experience it for yourself this winter. Get your lift tickets today.
We're for the fashion forward and budget minded. We've got the brands that set you apart, the style to make you stand out, the looks that let you shine. We are for the dreamers, the doers, and the savers. Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevate your savings. Save up to 70% on the best designer brands. Visit outlets@silverthorne.com for current sales and events.
Moet Vending for life's spontaneous, festive moments. Celebrate at the Grand Hyatt Vail.
This weather and mountain report is brought to you by Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevated savings.
Here's one last look at the weather. If you're just joining us on Vail Valley Live, it is going to be a nice day. A chilly start to the morning, but we should see a high in the upper 30s and low 40s, depending on what elevation you are at in the Vail Valley. So layer up this morning and then maybe bring a backpack, or just you can put the neck gaiter in your pocket later on today. But it is currently in the single digits up on Beaver Creek and Vail Mountain. But once you get up there and the sun gets a little higher in the sky, it's going to feel great. So get out there and enjoy. Lifts are open right now. Let's check in with Meredith and find out what it looks like, what the line looks like over at Vail. We've heard the base of Gondola 1, and of course we have the gondola in Lion's Head also, and then the main lift out of Beaver Creek is a chairlift gondola combination. Beaver Creek opens at 8:30 as well. They close at 4 o'clock on the main mountain, over by Centennial and Strawberry Park, but Arrowhead and Bachelor Gulch close at 3:30, and so do so Vail closes at 3:30 on the front side. Back side of the mountain closes at 3, and Blue Sky Basin closes anywhere from as early as 2:15 for Pete's Express lift, or like 2:30, 2:45. So if you want to go out to Blue Sky today, get out there first and enjoy it as long as you can, because then you have to come back to the front side of the mountain, and it does take a little while to come back. But there's a look at the line. All right, and it moves pretty quickly once we get these Gandhi cars moving and start loading up people. Those Gandhi cars can fit, about 10 passengers each, and this line does not last very long. But Meredith, a good-looking crowd for today. I think a lot of schools are still out. I know colleges are still out, many of them across the nation, but families are still out here, maybe getting a few late holiday season days in before going back to the real world.
Definitely, they're squeezing in those days, trying to make the best use of their ski pass, because you're right, college is still out of school, so we have a lot of visitors, maybe just people visiting back home from college.
Yeah.
I knew that whole narrative, but yeah, the line moves very fast here, and everyone's really bundled up. Like I said, it was a cold start to the morning. I can't believe I'm seeing a high of 40.
Yeah.
And it's 10 degrees right now. Like, I was trying to find indoors. I was trying to find the fireplaces this morning. It is definitely a cold start. But like you said, layers are going to be your friend today, because it is going to warm up. But keep in mind, too, when you're skiing, your blood's moving, and that's always going to keep you warmer. And just think warm thoughts.
Yeah, definitely.
And you'll be warmer.
And
but
you know what?
Looks like it's going to be a great day.
Hop in the gondola, that keeps you warmer too. Gandhi laps out of Lion's Head. I kind of like those top to bottom, so those are pretty cool. But hey, are you seeing the sun yet? I've got, we still have some cloud cover. So this will probably burn off, but it's not the sunny day. It's not the mostly sunny day yet. That'll probably come a little later. So then don't forget to wear the sunscreen. And the sunscreen also kind of provides that barrier from the wind. A lot of times you can get that wind burn by the end of the day. I'm balaclava all season long till maybe like the 15th of April. I'm a balaclava girl.
Definitely. I see very small holes, like the blue skies are trying to pop out, but it is pretty gray. I'll tilt my camera up so you can see.
Yeah.
But it's just the start of the morning. You can almost see it. Almost.
Yeah. Okay, it's
It's going to be
coming.
blue skies by the afternoon. I'm
Yeah.
sure of it.
Okay, perfect. Well, hey, great news on you getting cleared to go skiing. Meredith had a torn ACL about 8 months ago. It's been a long haul for her. So she just got the news today. So we wanted to share that. And once again, yes, Dave Vail says good for Meredith, and Sierra is giving it 6 hearts. All right, thanks for chatting in this morning. We got to go. It's 8:35. All right, but you can watch the whole show if you just joining us. You can watch us anytime on YouTube and Facebook. And then we're live on Channel 17, which is outside television here on your Comcast Xfinity channel in the Vail Valley. Thanks so much. And hopefully we'll see Michaela Schifrin tie that record later this week. We'll just see where the weather goes over in Europe. But thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.